Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Gustavo.
And I'm Amberly. And today we have an exclusive with 3 of the hottest Hollywood choreographers. We've got Chris Judd, who toured with Michael Jackson.
Stacy Tookie from So You Think You Can Dance.
And Robert James Hoffman III, the lead from Step Up 2. Check it out.
When I was growing up, Dance Masters of America was like the big competition that everybody wanted to win the title of Mr. Dance or Mrs. Dance, and like all my heroes were like Tice DiOrio and Rasa Thomas. They'd all won that. So that was actually my only goal I had ever established for myself, even to this day, was to win Mr. Dance of America, and that really drove me to train hard and seek out inspiration and training and X, Y, and Z, and I was very, very proud when I wanted it.
I grew up in a studio, basically. My mom owned the studio and still does, and we competed in every dance competition possible. So I think it was a part of my youth, it was a part of my training, and it really is, it's a part of me now.
We moved down to Orlando. I said I'll audition for the character department. I got put into this show called Disney Mania, and I was the pink hippo from Fantasia. Pink hippo had to do Swan Lake. We danced with the kids of the kingdom. I just started diving into it and falling on my face every day.
My aha moment as a dancer was when I was cast in Celine Dion's show in Las Vegas. We were taken to Europe to create this show over a year's time period with the creator Franco Dragon of Cirque du Soleil, of course Celine Dion, who's her incredible voice, and 50 dancers from all over the world. It was a gift to me because it was the first time I really realized that, hey, I got chosen out of all these people. And I was in the show for the entire 5-year run, which is an incredible experience, just from creation to, the whole experience throughout the show and the closing day when, the curtain closed for the last time. So as a dancer, that was definitely my moment.
I'd have to consider my big break would be Michael Jackson.
The girl was dangerous.
But I think the moment where I knew that I could do it was when I actually met Michael Peters. Michael Peters is the choreographer for Thriller, who did it. And I auditioned for him shortly after I got my job at Disney. And being naive as I was, I didn't know who he was. There was hundreds of dancers there, and I walk in and I meet him, and I'm like, oh my God, you're the dude from Beat It. That was my whole moment, and I was completely starstruck right there. And it came down to me and this one guy. He made me and this guy do it like 10 times in front of everyone. And so he came and he put his arm around me and he goes, you're a great dancer, but I'm gonna make you my first alternate, because I could see that he was more seasoned. And from that moment on, I was like, I can do this.
You always want to take a moment, replay your life like a movie, and embrace how fun everything's been. But I think anyone who gets to the point where like, aha, I've made it, I'm blank. I mean, what does that really buy you? The right to be arrogant? Like, I think you're always looking for the next great piece of art to give off, which is a never-ending journey. But after Step Up 2, I did kind of pat myself on the back. I was kind of like, wait a second, this is kind of awesome.
Next week, come on.
So You Think You Can Dance called my mom and they said they're coming to Canada, can we use your studio? My husband was the one that was like pushing me, you should submit yourself. I said, well, they're not gonna pick me. I mean, I'm a professional dancer, I haven't choreographed much. Long story short, I submitted, I was chosen for the Canadian show, and then from there the American producers saw me and brought me over to the American show, and it's been this crazy roller coaster that I still wake up and pinch myself. It's one of those moments where I didn't say, I wanna stop dancing. I still feel like I'm a dancer first, but I love creating and I love this journey that I'm on. So I just feel really blessed to be able to be a part of the show.
Creating something for television is so condensed and so scrutinized by so many people that you kind of like have to conform to what they want. And so fighting for your ideas is a difficult process. But when you're creating for stage and you're creating your own element and you're creating your own thing, I think the doors are wide open for creativity.
3 most important things a dancer can do for their career, I mean, number 1, absolutely training. And then, like I say, just maintaining your look and networking.
Be patient. I think a lot of dancers think it's gonna happen right away. I'm gonna move to LA, I'm gonna go to an audition, I'm gonna book my first job, and I'm gonna be off on tour. And sometimes it happens like that, and sometimes it takes time. Be professional. When you do book that job, be on time. Be the one that every choreographer wants to work with. Because a lot of the times when I'm hiring dancers, I'm not always hiring the best dancers. I'm hiring the ones that are most professional and pleasant to be around, and be passionate. I want you to be loving what you do, because I love what I do, and I feel blessed to do what I do and do what I love. So when you walk into a job or an audition or a class and you come from a passionate place because you love to do it, it feeds the room and it feeds me, and those are the dancers I want to work with.
What I'm looking for when people come to an audition is the sense of confidence and living in the moment. When you can live in the moment and you can take it, it's all the power in the world is right there. It's not about the destination, it's always the journey. So then if you are really humbled throughout that journey, I think you can go a long way.
So what an honor it was to interview 3 of the top choreographers here in the industry, where they've been, where they're at, and where they're going. I'm Gustavo.
And I'm Amberly, and stay tuned for the next episode of Superstars TV.
You're recording this.